Have you ever felt drained by relationships that feel one-sided? It's a common experience that many of us go through at some point in our lives. It's like carrying an extra weight, a burden that seems to grow heavier with each passing day. You invest your time and energy, but you don't receive the same in return. It's as if you're pouring yourself into a bottomless pit with no end in sight. Recognizing these patterns is crucial for our well-being. It's important to take a step back and evaluate the dynamics of our relationships. It's about valuing ourselves and our time. We need to understand that our energy is precious and should be spent on relationships that uplift us. When we pour ourselves into relationships that lack reciprocity, it can impact our self-esteem. We may start to feel unworthy or question our own value. We might start questioning our worth or feeling underappreciated. This can lead to a cycle of self-doubt and emotional exhaustion. Remember, healthy relationships involve give and take. They are built on a foundation of mutual respect and understanding. It's about mutual respect and support. True friends and partners will always be there to lift you up when you need it. Identifying these one-sided dynamics is the first step toward creating more balanced and fulfilling connections. It's about being honest with ourselves and others. It's about creating space for relationships that energize us and bring joy to our lives. We deserve to be surrounded by positivity and love. It's about recognizing that we deserve to be surrounded by people who value us as much as we value them. Let's strive for relationships that are balanced, supportive, and enriching. It's easy to overlook subtle imbalances in relationships. Often, we get caught up in the daily grind and fail to notice the small signs that indicate how balanced or unbalanced our relationships truly are. A simple exercise can be incredibly revealing. Track your interactions for a month. This means noting down every call, text, and meeting, and observing the patterns that emerge over time. Note who you initiate contact with and who reaches out to you. Are you always the one to send the first message, or do others take the initiative as well? Pay attention to who makes an effort to spend time with you. Are there friends who consistently show up and make plans, or do you find yourself always being the one to organize gatherings? Do you always find yourself suggesting activities or making plans, while the other person rarely does the same? This can be a sign of an imbalance in the effort being put into the relationship. This pattern might indicate a lack of reciprocal effort. If you're always the one reaching out and planning, it might be time to reassess the dynamics of your relationship. Also, observe how you feel after interacting with different people. Do certain interactions leave you feeling happy and fulfilled, while others leave you feeling drained? Do you feel energized and uplifted, or drained and depleted? Your emotional response can tell you a lot about the health of your relationships. Our feelings are valuable indicators of the health of our relationships. By paying attention to these subtle cues, you can gain a deeper understanding of which relationships are truly supportive and which may need some re-evaluation. After a month of observation, take some time to reflect. Review the patterns you've noticed. Are there relationships that consistently leave you feeling drained or unappreciated? Remember, your well-being is paramount. Prioritizing yourself isn't selfish, it's essential. You deserve to be in relationships where you feel valued, respected, and loved. It might be painful to acknowledge, but recognizing these patterns is the first step toward positive change. It's not about labeling people as good or bad. It's about understanding the dynamics of your relationships and their impact on you. Once you've identified relationships that lack reciprocity, it's important to take the next step towards addressing the imbalance. This can be a delicate process, but it's essential for your well-being and the health of the relationship. It's time for an open conversation. Communicate your feelings honestly and respectfully. Choose a time and place where you can both speak freely and openly. Start by expressing your appreciation for the person and the positive aspects of the relationship. This sets a constructive tone for the discussion. Then, gently share your observations. Use I statements to express your feelings without blaming the other person. For example, you could say, "I've noticed that I often initiate our conversations." This way, you are focusing on your own experiences and feelings rather than accusing the other person. I would feel more comfortable if we could find a more balanced way of connecting. This approach encourages a collaborative effort to improve the relationship. Remember, communication is key to any healthy relationship. It's not just about speaking your truth, but doing so with kindness and empathy. This can lead to deeper understanding and a stronger bond.